Hey, my name is Aries and I'm documenting my journey to get fit-ish. Part of this journey is doing alternate day fasting. And every Thursday I put out a video just to update you guys on how the week has gone, my inner thoughts, my struggles, my joys, and everything in between. So stay tuned. This week has actually been a really good week. If you've been watching my videos, then you know recently I kind of had a little bit of a snag. I was falling into some self-sabotaging behaviors and I did a whole video on that. But through that process, I kind of gave myself some grace and I let myself kind of take a step back from things. And my fasting days maybe didn't happen as frequently as they should have. My last video, I tried really hard to get back on track and I saw a little bit of progress. But this week has been incredible. I am so happy with how this week's gone. I legitimately stuck to every other day of fasting. Today is my second eat day in a row because it should have been a fast day, but we're having family over. They're friends too. And I didn't want to miss out on that. So I'm just doing 2 days of eating in a row. And it's the first day of my weekend. So, I mean, it works out. But I'm going to fast tomorrow, get back on track. And I mean, typically I would eat 2 days in a row for my weekend anyways. It just, with the way that my fasting and feasting were going, I hit those 2 days a day before my weekend actually started. So it is what it is. But I stuck to like every other day was a fast day and I felt fantastic. Some cool things is today getting dressed to have family over. I was trying to figure out what to wear and I was going through some drawers and I found a brand new pair of pants, all of the tags still on them, in a size 12. And I was like, there's no way. But I held them up and I was like, these actually look like they might go on. So I tried them on and, there was some a little bit of heaving and they didn't slide on, but they definitely went on, zipped up, no problem. And I'm wearing them. So I threw it on with this baggy-ish top and this is the look of the day. I feel fantastic. I am now down into a size 12. They are a tight 12. So there's like a little bit of like bulging in the pocket area, but I don't feel like I'm sucking in to wear them either. So I think it might just be like the make of the pant is a little more stretchy. So either way, it feels good to get down into another new pair of pants. So that's a non-scale victory. And I feel fantastic. Not sure how I feel about red as the top, but I was feeling like trying something new when I ordered this. And it's literally like a shirt from Amazon. So it's nothing special. It's definitely not expensive. But yeah, I thought it was nice. So it kind of was like flowy. So yeah. Non-scale victory into some smaller pants again, which is wonderful. Now, since I've been dealing with the self-sabotaging and trying to like work through like those deeper issues as to what's causing the self-sabotaging, a few people suggested I should get into journaling because I've said a few times in different videos that saying things out loud to the camera helps me move past it. It helps like those thoughts not have power anymore over me because like there's just something freeing about putting it out there. And I've really been able to work past some things and deal with some like struggles by saying it to you guys. And that has been kind of my therapy or my outlet And somebody suggested that journaling was another really good way of doing it. I've always liked the idea. I'm just not sure if I would be able to do it consistently, because sometimes time is not on my side. I work a very demanding job and the hours are always all over the place. So I'm not somebody that can like set aside like this amount of time in the morning, because sometimes my shift will start just after I have to wake up, and I literally give myself enough time to wake up, do yoga, and go. And yes, I'm able to give myself time to do the yoga, but sometimes the yoga is 10 minutes because that's all I have time for. So there's no way of like adding in a like set amount of time for journaling. So I'm going to just try and do it whenever I have time. It could be in the morning, it could be at night, it could be midday. I bought some different books, and I'm like, they're so pretty. So I got the small one to be able to take with me to work or on the go, in the purse, in my car, just a smaller version to be able to like fit into smaller places and kind of just like, you know, have the on the go, like quick little thoughts that I can put in. It was cute. There's like a little space at the top that you can write in the date, but it was very simple. The two bigger ones are the same on the inside, but I absolutely loved the look of them. So, and I couldn't decide between the two covers. And because I liked how the pages were set up with like the months across the top and then all of the different days, and you would just circle which day you're like doing, which month and which day, I liked that layout. It felt very like journal-y, so that, I don't know. I just really liked the layout, so I ended up getting two. So now I know that once I fill one up, I will have another one on reserve to be able to switch over to. Because I'm sure by the time I fill up this book, seeing as how many pages there are, that they're going to not be made anymore, and then I'm going to be sad. So I thought ahead and I got both. They are beautiful and I like them. So I'm hoping that them being aesthetically pleasing will help me like dive into it. Obviously, I haven't done any yet, but we have to start somewhere, right? So let's flip it open and get started. Okay, so I really just focused on this first entry being kind of like a set of rules, just things to be mindful of. So that I'm setting myself up for, you know, no high expectations, no expectations at all. Just allowing myself to be open, honest, vulnerable, write whatever is in my head. Don't be upset if it's something that's negative or if it's a reoccurring theme. Just let it get onto the pages and work through it as it comes, and don't force myself to have to write something happy or have to write something sad, or just let it be. So it's just kind of like, I just wanted the first entry, especially because it's the first page that, you know, you'll always see when you open it up, just as a reminder of like why I'm doing this, and to be patient, give myself grace, and love myself for as I am already. So I'm actually really excited to start this. Do you guys journal? Is it something that is in your like daily habits, or do you just do it on fasting days, or do you do it at all? Is it something you're interested in? Let me know in the comments. So as I was saying before, I had a fantastic week. I was really good with my fasting and eating days. So I'm sure you'd love to know if the scale was just as happy with me as I am with myself. And last week I weighed in at 220.7. And this week I weighed in at 218.7. So that is a 2-pound loss in the week, which is incredible. The scale was more than happy with how the week went, which is wonderful. I feel good. And like I said, I was able to fit into smaller pants. I am now, the overall weight is at 18.8 pounds loss. So we're getting real close to that 20-pound mark, which is huge. That's incredible. And I'm excited with how this journey has been going. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Yes, I could do things quicker, but I don't want to. I am happy with this nice, slow, gradual decline because I find it healthy, I find it sustainable, and I find it enjoyable. And that is the biggest part to me. Yes, there are diets that can get you crazy, but that's not long lasting, and it won't set you up for skills and habits that you can use for the rest of your life. Because anybody can do a crash diet and dump a whole bunch of weight, but it's not teaching you and your brain and your emotions on how to actually work through things, how to not turn to food to cope. And an example I have of this is I had a fantastic week with my fasting and with everything. But also, I found out that somebody I used to work with, and I was lucky enough to consider a friend, she lost her battle to brain cancer. And she was an incredible person. She was so selfless and never let any of us truly understand just how hard her battle was. It took a lot of us for surprise and shock that she passed. And I will miss her dearly. And through that, the day I found out was a fasting day. And my head wanted to eat. My head wanted to just gorge and bury those emotions and just eat my pain away. But I didn't. Because I'm teaching myself that food isn't going to fix those emotions. Food isn't going to bury it. Food is going to mask it, but it's still going to be there the next day. And I'm not saying that by not eating that I have dealt with those emotions or that I have, pushed past it, but I'm not using food as a coping mechanism to get through it. So I'm still dealing with those emotions. I'm sure you can tell by the way my voice just cracked and took everything I could not to tear up there. But I was able to not fall back into old habits and eat those emotions away, because you're not eating them away. You're just masking them for another day. And it's just creating a new problem and something else that you have to deal with. So I was very proud of myself for not giving in and getting rid of a fast day and eating those emotions away. And even Mike asked me if I wanted a tea on his way home from work. And I was able to say, no. I know a tea isn't going to derail an actual fast, but it's going to change my mindset on the fast, and I could then end up eating, and I don't want anything that could possibly wreck this fast. Oh my goodness, excuse me. This fast day. So I was strong. I sat with my emotions that day. I was lucky to have been off work, so I was able to just lounge on the couch and cry when I needed to, and do what I needed to get through that. But what I'm trying to say is that by doing alternate day fasting, I'm learning how to train my body not to use food as a coping mechanism, because I'm looking for the long term here. I'm looking for habits and things that are sustainable, that are going to get me through the rest of my life, instead of just trying to crash diet and lose the weight as quickly as possible. So overall, down 18.8 pounds, and I am so happy with that. That's really all I have to say today. So if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. If you've watched, a couple videos now, maybe we have something going, and I'd love to know that you're on the other end. And send me a comment. I respond to all my comments. I love hearing from you guys. And I love this community that we're growing here, and it all helps out me and my channel and the algorithm, and I just want to be able to spread to as many people as possible, because I absolutely love what this channel has given to me and what I'm able to give to you. So thank you so much for joining me on another one. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic week, and that your journeys are going wonderful. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye.